when you compare, because you grew up in Wellington, right?
Yes.
Then you moved to Auckland, and then you moved to Sydney.
Yes.
Are those two, moving to Auckland and moving to Sydney, are they to be compared? Or is that the same sort of experience?
What an interesting question. Perhaps in some ways. I think, you know, when I moved to Auckland, it didn't really feel like a big deal. You know, it was still another city in the same country, but at the same time I was signing to Sony, and I was moving up to, you know, to make albums and to make music. So that was incredibly exciting, and moving from a very, you know, small city to the biggest city in New Zealand, and you know, it was really, really exciting. And then with my move from Auckland to Sydney, I suppose moving from Wellington to Auckland was a very logical thing. Moving from Auckland to Sydney was a heart thing and a gut thing, and I didn't really know why I was going there, but I just felt that I should, and that's always kind of how I've made decisions, and I'm obviously, you know, I'm really glad that I did. I'm very, very happy there.
Yeah. Have you now already found out why you did it?
Well, I met my husband. That was one good thing, and yeah, I just found an incredible community of people, and I think, you know, for me that's the most important thing. Music is a part of my life, but I don't have a desire to let it consume my whole life or my whole identity. And for me, you know, I know that I won't be a touring artist, recording artist forever, and when that finishes, you know, I will be okay, because I have a great community of friends. I am loved for, you know, who I am, not what I do, which I think a lot of artists really struggle with. You know, their identity is so caught up in what they do. But for me, I feel like I'm very, very blessed to have a real balance, and that balance is certainly, you know, really, really tied up in the community and the real, normal, wonderful home life that I have in Sydney. Yeah.
But what makes you so sure you won't be a recording and touring artist for the rest of your life?
I don't want to be. Yeah, I certainly might record for a long, long time, but touring is something that I have always had a somewhat difficult relationship with, and you know, I think I will always make music. I can't not. I don't know how not to. I'll always write songs, because it's how I understand what's happening to me in the world, and how I express my and process my experience of being human. So I will always write, whether anyone hears it or not. But yeah, and maybe I will tour in different ways, but I'm not sure. I think, but whatever happens, I'm excited about, you know, about the future and my future, and I feel very secure in the not knowing.
But what is it that bugs you about touring life, or that you don't like about it?
I think there are parts of it that I love. It's obviously, and it's incredible to be able to see the world, and you know, to be spending my 20s, you know, seeing these amazing places. And right now we're sitting in Amsterdam, and the weather is perfect, and I spent the day cycling around the park. You know, like amazing life experiences. And certainly, you know, I don't want to sound like a whinger, because I wouldn't rather be doing any other job. You know, this is amazing. But I think, yeah, it's difficult to feel like you're exposing yourself to a bunch of people every night, you know, and certainly sometimes I feel as if I was born in the wrong era, you know, with the internet and people with cameras and phones, and everything is captured, and I feel like there's nothing sacred anymore, and there's nothing, there's no mystery, you know. Sometimes I wish we were back in the days of, you know, where there was vinyl, and you would discover an artist. So a friend would tell you about a record, and you wouldn't download it to anything. You would go and sit in your friend's apartment and put it on the record player and have this tangible, physical experience with the music, and you wouldn't really know anything about maybe the artist, and you would discover little things along the way. But, you know, for me, it's been disappointing over the past few years when there's been artists that I loved when I was younger, or have always admired, and had this beautiful idea of the kind of person that they were, and then they get on Twitter and they say really stupid, vain things, and you're like, well, that kind of ruined my illusion of, you know. So that part is hard, I think, and you know, people seem to demand a lot more access to you nowadays. You know, it's not enough just to make music. So I don't know. I have a strange relationship with what I do. Yeah, I love it, and at times I hate it. but whatever, however I feel, it's up and down all the time. But I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm really thankful to be able to do it.